Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Not Timmy 66. How the heck's everybody doing? Today, I have a positive message. I have found one of the keys to happiness. A key to happiness? What have I found? Like, did I hit the lottery? Is it like, I don't know. Did I don't know. Did I win $1 million? Did I find some magic elixir that's going to make me younger? Nah. No. By the way, I hope this video is finding everybody well. It is a beautiful Sunday morning here in Texas. Hot as usual, but that's okay. We're dressed for it. And I'm actually on my way to one of my guilty pleasures right now. And that's just to check my lottery tickets to see if I'm a big winner. That's all. Yes, I know that it's probably a huge waste of time and a waste of money, but I still allow myself the guilty pleasure of hoping that someday I might just hit the lottery. Probably never going to happen, but it's fun to dream, isn't it? But that's not my key to happiness that I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you guys about a change that I made. I'm going to talk to you guys about several, but I'm going to talk to you guys about a change that I made that I feel was very important for me. And it was something that crept up on me that I didn't even notice. But I am so glad now that I made the change that I did. And it's actually really easy. Stop watching the news. And you're saying, stop watching the news? How do I get my information? How do I know what's going on if I stop watching the news? I've got to watch the news. I've got to know, I've got to be informed. I've got to know what's going on. Well, guess what? You can take the news in little tidbits and little bites and make your own decisions from there. But if you're like I was and you almost feed off of watching either CNN or Fox or MSNBC or News Nation or any of these other cable or streaming news networks, then you're poisoning your brain. And I'll tell you why. Guys, just like in politics, the news media is just the same. And all they really are, honestly, is talking heads. They're talking heads for whatever party wants them to push their agenda. It all comes down to advertising dollars. It all comes down to money. And it's at your expense. During the last political cycle, when Trump was running and stuff like that, watching the news and talking about politics was really, really high on pretty much everybody's agenda. A lot of folks I know that never really got political or anything, it really energized a lot of people to either you hated Trump or you loved Trump. And believe me, I'm not getting political here. That's not the goal of this at all. But the news cycles and the news media fed on it constantly. And you find yourself in a situation, depending upon how you were raised, or what your belief system has come down to be. You either lean a little bit towards the left, or you may lean a little bit towards the right. And so you turn on the news and you watch these cable news networks with all these shows. You got, I don't know, Carlson and Lamont and all these people that were or are still on cable news pushing their agenda and their opinion down your throat. And whatever persuasion you fall upon, as far as like whatever your political leanings are, is going to be the network that you choose. So if you lean a little bit more towards the left, then you're going to probably enjoy CNN a lot more and really kind of hate Fox. And if you are more conservative, then you're probably going to lean a little bit more towards Fox News. Did I say CNN? Anyway, if you're right-leaning, you're probably going to watch more Fox. And if you're left leaning, you're probably going to watch more CNN. And the problem, because you like what they're saying, it falls more in line with what your belief system is. And really, that's honestly okay to kind of listen to like-minded people. But the problem is that you start to hate the other person. You hate the other person's point of view. Those people that watch CNN are just a bunch of bleeding heart liberals. Man, those people that watch Fox are nothing but neoconservatives that are just violent and hateful people, and they just spew hate. And if you watch carefully, the other networks will talk about each other. They'll talk about how crappy the ratings are for Fox on CNN, or CNN will talk about, or Fox will talk about how crappy the ratings are on CNN, or CNN will do the same to Fox, or MSNBC will do the same to CNN, and it's insane. And what they do is they dump garbage into your head. They separate us further with not necessarily maybe lies, but what they do is they put their own agenda, their own spin on what's happening in the news, and they really force us to take a side. And once you're forced to take a side, then you take a side basically against the other people that are, well, don't necessarily believe what you believe, and it becomes intolerant. We become intolerant to the fact of someone else's opinion. We used to be the United States of America. Now we're the divided states of America. And I, again, am not getting political. I'm talking more along the lines of where is our compromise? Where is our ability to listen to what other people have to say? And it starts to poison our mind. And it happens very subtly. Very subtly. Hey guys, I'll tell you, in Congress, you've got, we are the right wing of the Conservative Party, we are the liberal wing of the Democratic Party. But you know what they're really doing? Behind closed doors, they're friends. They go out to dinner, they have luncheons together, they talk to each other, they're, hey Joe, how are you? They're good buddies. We got the people fooled. They think I believe in this, but really all I believe in is getting reelected. I kind of like it here. So I'm going to say whatever I think my constituents want me to say so I can stay here. And then on top of that, I'm going to talk to my buddies in the media over at Fox, or talk to my friends over in the media over at CNN, and I'm going to feed them my talking points, and they're going to repeat them because that helps. And then, you know what? I'll get an interview and I'll blast you, Joe. I'm going to blast you hard and call you names and say how wrong you are. And then you go on Fox and you blast me. But you know what? Let's still keep that golf state, because my handicap's coming down and I heard it's a really nice course. And here we sit, the pawns in the game. The people that are really out here, really struggling to wonder where are some places, if we're going to put food on the table or if we're going to take that medication that's going to make us feel better. Are we going to go see the doctor, or are we going to help out our family member that, can't get a job? And we listen to it and they love it. And then, oh, by the way, if it's advertised on Fox, it must be a good product. Mike Lindell's pillows, stuff like that. The conservative that makes pillows, stuff like that. And we buy into it, and we eat it up. But what it's doing is dividing us worse, and it's poisoning our brain. It's making us intolerant to be able to listen to what other people say and what their opinions are. So finally, guys, what happened with me is I had enough. I said, you know what? I can't keep watching this, because it was getting me to an emotional point where my hatred or my fears were being so played with that it was getting to the point where it was ridiculous. I was staying up at night watching this stuff constantly turning on the news, constantly watching my favorite commentator, and not listening to what the other side had to say. So I stopped. Let me tell you guys something. Once I stopped, an amazing thing happened. I became more tolerant. I became more able to listen to what other people have to say. I may not always agree with what other people have to say, but at least I listen, and I can respect their opinion. I can respect where they're coming from, and I can have an intelligent conversation with someone and become more middle of the road and stop having what I think decided for me, but more decide for myself. I'm telling you guys, shut off the noise. Shut off the poison that's feeding your brain. Shut off that. Take your news in little bites and bits and make your own decision. Read both sides of an opinion. Make a more informed decision, and don't drink the Kool-Aid that either side is throwing your way. You will discover that there is so much more to life, and that everybody out here, we're all human. We all put our pants on the same way. We may have different ideas and different approaches on how to resolve issues and problems, but at the same time, if we're not listening, nothing's ever going to get resolved, and we're going to stay divided. And that, folks, is not a conspiracy theory. That's what they want. A divided nation is much easier to control than those that are united, tolerant, and willing to listen to other people's ideas. I'm not saying that you have to switch sides or do anything like that. I'm saying don't take a side. Use your brain. Use the muscle that is your brain to make your own determinations based upon how you really feel about the issue. Don't let somebody else help you decide how you feel about something. Oh, and by the way, not a winner, but that's okay. You know me, I'll still probably spend $5 tomorrow and try again. You know, it's hard to give up on dreams. Anyway, guys, that honestly is a key to happiness. That's going to be something that's going to allow you... Oh, sorry, there was a guy trying to get in his car while I was backing out. But if you free your mind up a little bit to think for yourself, then you're going to be much happier. It's going to take a lot of burden and weight off your shoulders, because you're not going to be going, why can't these people just see it the way I see it? Well, not everybody's going to see it the way you see it. And if you stop letting people push the poison in your head and you start thinking for yourself, then you're going to free up that burden of these people are all blah, blah, blah. You know, be kind to people. Be nice to people. You know, one of my heroes, my father, has always said, if you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, then really don't say anything at all, right? And that's all this news cycle, 24-hour instant news cycle BS really is. It's just throwing things, this is the way you should think. And if you think this way, you're wrong, because our country's going to hell if we do this, or, you know, whatever. So free your mind. Focus on the things that are more important. So be kind to people. Hold a door for somebody when you're going in the store. Help somebody if you can. If you see them struggling with something, lend a hand. Doesn't matter what their political persuasion really is. What matters is that they're human, just like you are and just like I am. You're going to be much better off. You're going to be a much kinder person, and you're going to be much more open to different ideas. And that, guys, is one easy way to make yourself a lot happier in this world. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Give me a like. And that's all I got. Everybody have a wonderful day. Now Timmy66 saying again, no matter what you do in life, always make it count. We'll see you again real soon.